Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Hope you've had a good week as well. Welcome to MPS. Good to see you, Michael. Happy Saturday for you guys. Ian, no worries at all. Super late. Good evening to you over in Perth, Western Australia. Badger, welcome. Ian, welcome as well. Other Ian in Manchester, welcome. Jack. Jack's on a night shift tonight. Nice. It's always good way. To be fair, I feel your pain. I know what it's like. It melts your brain, night shifts, doesn't it? So, hey, good luck to you. David, good afternoon as well. No flying for him today. Busy setting up his wind control PFP3N to push buttons in the 380. Very nice. Chris, welcome as well. Zato, good to see you, buddy. 43 months, bronze frequent flyer. Thanks for the support. Naturally as well, all of the liveries that you've been helping create. And another Ian. We're Ian aplenty today. Welcome, guys. Hope you're well. And everyone else in the live chat, wherever you are in the world. Bjorn in Sweden, good afternoon. Blaze, welcome. Yes, we are on the VATSIM network. We've got Illy Builds, London Heathrow, and we've got Fly Tampa Athens, and the FlyByWire A380X, which is very exciting because we've not been in this now for quite some time. They released an update a few weeks ago, which effectively branched off the 2024 version into its own kind of native package or folder structure. So we shouldn't be anticipating too much difference, but I've not been in this now for a very long time. I think we last properly flew this maybe over a year ago. So I'm excited to see what it is that they've changed, what the progress has been since I last remember flying it, and I enjoyed it back then anyway. Over a flight now of about 4 hours today, or 3 hours 30 odd minutes at a busy Heathrow as well. So, welcome to the flight deck of the A380 Super Jumbo. Operated this with British Airways years ago in the past, and it is a bloomin' mighty aeroplane. Still to this day the most powerful and quietest aircraft I've ever been on, which is quite something given its size as well. Heyo in Portugal, welcome. Good afternoon. Yep, as well. Good morning. Yeah, the interestingly, about 30 minutes ago, I'll just go to one of these wing views here. This was pretty much just overcast in heavy rain. That rain now has gone over towards central London, I think, as you can see, and it's kind of moved out of the way. So we're in for a decent bit of visibility for the departure, but maybe go at a bit pea soup not long after takeoff. Jack, welcome. Wi-Fi's being problematic for you today in the MD-11. Chinook in New Zealand, good evening. Or is it morning already? I think it's still it's late, isn't it, for you? David's been with us for 61 months as a silver frequent flyer. Amazing. Thank you for all the support, guys. All of our bronze, silver, gold frequent flyers, as always. So, 2 decks, main and upper deck in the Super Jumbo. I've configured this to be synced with GSX as well, and we've done our pre-flight. So we've got the OANS overlay, the map overlay fed onto the nav display, and then we've built in most of our route for today as well. So if I just go to flight plan here, we're going to go 27 left, and we're going to work down on the Detling 2 Golf departure. So let's just check some frequencies. 121980, and the departure ATIS here is Kilo. Cool, let's chat to the tower, the ATC. Heathrow delivery, good afternoon. Osprey 307 Alpha Super, A380, stand 307, request clearance to Athens with Kilo on board. Currently winds are 200 degrees at 15 knots, gusting 29 knots.
Osprey 307 Alpha Super, Heathrow delivery, roger. I'll send you a direct message, PDC.
Roger, thank you. Cool, so that PDC is cleared to Athens, 27F, Detling 2, Golf Squawk 5263. So that is in here, isn't it? Surveillance. There. Was it 5263? Pop this onto automatic. 39 months, Chinook. How's the job hunt stuff going, mate? That could be on standby. That's all good. That's all on. Wicked. So let's go back to the init page. So that's our init route for the journey today. We've done the IRS, which aligns instantly, and we've fed the departure in as well. Can you hear the ATC now, Wesley?
Thank you. Hold
Fuel and load is done.
Heathrow ground.
We're going to burn 1,500 kilograms of fuel just on the taxi out. So efficient. Right, and performance calculations then. Super important. They don't really have a performance calculator as such in this. Don't think there was an automated way of doing it either, so let me just quickly go to SimBrief.
G and 601 stand 225.
There's Justin. Improved climb disabled.
As filed with information Juliet.
Right, so it wants flex 65.
30C 601.
Ooh, let me check New Sky. Am I tracking the flight? Boy, nearly totally forgot that. That was really close. Cool, mega. Where are we at? Flex 65 degrees with our takeoff weight of 377,856 kilograms, so 378 tons. We are going to have V1 at 140 knots. Because in reality, we're actually very light for the jet today. Super Jumbo's designed to go over the ocean with 469 people on board. And we have something else. I'll give you the data in a second. Flaps 1, trimmable horizontal stabilizer. .276 passengers, there we go, and nearly 8,000 kilos of baggage. So thrust reduction 1,000 feet, THS. Just quickly go on to FMS2 here. Fuel and load.
Heathrow delivery, get a
yeah, so we'll pop in 42.7.
Aircraft type is Airbus A321. Requesting
just to mirror that
PDC, but,
there.
You said 121 decimal 980.
So Aegean 601, the QNH 1005, hold position and contact Heathrow ground 121 decimal
121.980.
Yeah, 905. I think you've got next frequency in there in your PDC is 980, mate. So that's a bit confusing. 601, thank you.
It shouldn't be confusing, that is correct. You do call after receiving a PDC with the delivery controller on the grounds that we may be in
I see what you mean.
delay, or we can have ground splits as well, so there can be up to 3 GMCs and hand you to the appropriate person.
Yeah, so Gatwick, Heathrow has got actually 3 ground frequencies. There's an entire ground frequency just for Terminal 5. And then you've got a ground frequency which covers Terminal 3 and 4. And then another ground frequency that used to cover the old Terminal 1 section and Terminal 2. So there's the 3 splits. And you can actually be handed over between 2 or 3 different ground controllers throughout your journey on the ground. Cool, right, so that's all good. Econ 80. Thrust reduction. Speed constraints. We've got 6,000 for the initial climb. Cost index 80. And then we'll deal with the approachy bits later on as well. So we are ready to go. We're going to have FMS2 on the flight plan, FMS1 on performance, and we want the AP1.
Papa India Golf Alpha, report your aircraft time.
So this one you don't have to wait for 3 seconds like the 350, you can just get it on.
Thank you. You're cleared to Tromso, the Brooklands Park 7 Golf departure, Squawk 6.
And we'll just check the overhead. All of this entire section here is the fuel panel, all these buttons. All the green and yellow hydraulic systems. So everything's in, looking good. No white lights.
6355.
Ding dong. Right. Have I had an A350 spawn inside of me? It looks like we may have done. Brilliant. Anyway, here's the interior. It's been a while, and it's absolutely brilliant. Some strange see-through bits there. But given the size, if we go to the upper deck, I remember this bit being ruddy A350. This bit used to not be modelled last time I flew it, and actually they've got an entire section of the upper deck, which we'll need to look at later because some numpties not bothered looking at VATSIM radar before spawning in. Good afternoon, Jay. APU's available. Let's get the APU bleed on. Packs come off faults, so now online. And we're cleared to remove external power. GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. Cool. Doors closed. And Heathrow delivery. Osprey 307 Supers fully ready. Stand 307.
Osprey 307 Super Stack, hold position and ground 121.90 bye-bye.
Wilco and ground 121.905. Thanks, ATC. Have a good afternoon. Osprey 307 Alpha. Bye. Interesting. Is that there before? Can't remember if it was already off. How to get weather radar on the A380 Blaze. Give me a few minutes after depart, or after pushback, and we'll fiddle. So 6,000, that's all good, that's all set. We're not going to get pushback yet until he is ready to go. Here comes the rain again. So this is this is how bad the weather is at the moment around the UK. It's very unsettled. If you enjoyed today's live stream, as always, do smash that like button, folks. And if you're new to the channel in the background watching, hit subscribe, as always. The standard drill. This is the 4K development branch version, by the way, of this A380X. I'll be very interested to see how it compares to the Inibuild's A380. Sledge, welcome! Yeah, Super Jumbo Day today. Super Jumbo Saturday. Close main one left. I think it has, hasn't it? Yeah. Cool. Let's call up. Heathrow ground, good afternoon. Osprey 307 Alpha Super, stand 307, QNH 1005, request push start.
307 Alpha, Heathrow ground, stand 307, push and start approved, face east.
Push start approved, face east. Good afternoon, Osprey 307 Alpha. Beacon lights.
Ground, good afternoon. Super Concorde 3, stand 518, situation
Cool.
kilo on the QNH.
Ready to go. Parking brake off.
Speedbird Concorde 3, Heathrow ground, cleared to
Speedbird Concorde 3.
Compton 3.
There's the person that can't be bothered to check VATSIM radar. Look at this weather. Cool, so using the wind control hardware now for the first time today. We're going to go ignition mode start, that's up there.
3, correct. Report estimated startup time.
For Juliet, requesting VFR clearance to Amsterdam.
And the master switches don't work with the keybinds I've got set, so we'll manually click those, no drama.
Thanks, we should be starting up at
Do I use active sky? No.
1124.
No, this is all default live weather. Yeah, nice. What route are you doing, mate? Be good if we had like active Wi-Fi. Interestingly, this was working for me yesterday, this extra tablet thing down here. I don't know why it's not today.
Taxi Echo, hold short Echo 1 and expect them to depart Canada Pass 03.
Heathrow ground, g'day, a GM 601, stand 225 requesting push start.
Agent 601,
Two.
Heathrow ground, standby, I will call you back.
Parking brakes set.
48 radio check.
Next is going to be Unicom. Ooh.
Heathrow ground, good afternoon, Osprey 1013 Heavy at stand 30 information kilowatt, looking for IFR clearance to Athens.
Let's get rid of that.
Osprey 1013, Heathrow ground, cleared to Athens. That link to Golf departure.
Recycle the cinematic views. Oh, look at that rainbow.
Roger, we are
Around the
clear to
jet.
Athens via the dead link to Golf departure, squawking 7320, Osprey 1013.
Osprey 1013, correct.
Good afternoon, Heathrow.
Good,
right in the middle of my call.
Information, Juliet, QNH 1005, for clearance to Amsterdam.
Last station calling for clearance.
Skypilot, use the OIS, click the switch on the laptop behind the oxygen mask to your left.
So fucking shit.
Speedbird 428, Heathrow ground, cleared to Amsterdam, Brookmans Park 7, Golf departure, squawk 7504.
Ah, yes. It's very difficult to hear or see. That's very low res as well, look.
7504.
Coolio. Right, that seems to be...
Whoever that is swearing on the net, get off immediately.
yeah.
Osprey 1013, sorry, we just got disconnected. I didn't know our mic was open. My apologies.
Oh, Zato, no way.
Break Speedbird 428, correct.
Osprey Fahrenheit,
Osprey 598, taxi for your Foxtrot, hold Foxtrot 1.
Taxi Foxtrot to hold position Foxtrot hold 1, Osprey Fahrenheit.
Scandinavian 503.
I think VATSIM's a bit wobbly anyway today, because I've noticed a few people a bit stuttery while I've been taken off.
Uniform ready for pushing start.
Lufthansa Nano uniform. Report
4.
Stand number 519.
Lufthansa Nano uniform.
Yeah,
stand 519.
doesn't seem to be giving me very much though, does it?
Pushing east, Lufthansa 519, Lufthansa Nano uniform.
Heathrow ground, Lufthansa 520 ready.
That's cool.
Lufthansa 520.
Ah, here we go, Navigraph. Grr.
Taxi bar Sierra, hold Sierra.
Cool, well we will have a look at this. Let's go. Heathrow, Sid, Detling. Two golf, there it is.
Super 86 Golf, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Look how cool that is! Always assume your mic is hot, Sato.
Sierra Papa, Indigo Sulfur, Heathrow ground stand for
Alrighty,
Push and
engines
start
1, 2, 3 and 4 online. Let's go flight control checks. Where's me
Face
down
east.
here? Flight controls, look at that. There's so many panels and things. No good, it's all good, Zato.
2 stations blocked.
Coming in 84 Fox. Heathrow ground. This is Speedbird 644 with you. Gate 509 requesting clearance 2 knots.
That's all good, that's all set.
Speedbird 644, Heathrow ground.
Checklists I don't think were a thing off the top of my head. Okay. Flaps 1 plus F, ground spoilers armed, ground ignition mode to norm, reset rudder trim 0, that's all good, that's all set. Wheelbase active on the screen. There's the checklists.
01 stand 225, just making sure you haven't forgotten about me. Requesting push and start, please.
Click, 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 click.
Agent 601, Heathrow ground. Just
For
waiting
start.
for an aircraft just to taxi behind you. Just expect...
Have to start. Anti-ice's automatic pitch trim is going to be set. Actually, we should probably do that.
Osprey 3047 Alpha, confirm how long for taxi?
Concord 3, request start
35.
Concord
That'll do.
3, Roger, stand by, I'll call you back.
34.6.
Papa Charlie.
Let's just match what it says in there.
That's about 87 Papa Charlie. Heathrow ground. Confirm you wish to taxi back to the runway.
Jolly good. Pitch trim set, rudders
Yes, Heathrow,
neutral.
27 left full length.
Checklist complete.
About 87 Papa Charlie, taxi via Alpha, hold Lowman.
Board brake RTO, take off
hold
config
Lowman.
tests. Let's go. Let's get APU off.
Heathrow ground, Osprey 1013. My apologies for my language. You would like to get into the queue for pushback at standard. My apologies.
Osprey 1013, Roger, stand by, we're just waiting for one aircraft to taxi behind you. Stand by.
Osprey 307 Alpha, request taxi.
Osprey 307 Alpha, thanks, taxi via Bravo, hold Lucky.
Bravo hold Locky, Osprey 307 Alpha. Definitely going to get my call signs mixed up today.
Taxi right, Alpha, hold Lowman.
Hey, little squirt of power.
Heathrow ground, good afternoon. Speedbird 68 Tango Romeo.
And we're rolling.
Fully ready, stand 512.
Alpha Alpha Lima 123, down 305 left, requesting pushback clearance.
Alpha Lima 123, negative, you haven't received your clearance yet, stand by.
Alpha Alpha Lima 123, stand by, confirm.
Agent 601 of the
That's all
scanning
set.
engine.
Jambalina, welcome.
320 is parked on your the stand
Yeah,
on your
there
right.
is that, isn't there?
Stand 225, pushing start approach
And,
space
that mighty
Oh,
Osprey
yeah,
World
Navy
Cargo
parking, left to
7478.
right, cleared for push and start. A GM 601, thank you, mate.
just confirm they'll be parked once they are parked on the stand on your just on the right.
Yeah, after passing on my right, on the stand, push and start approved for a GM 601, thank you.
So what's good with the OANS is you can kind
After the scanning engine, Airbus 320 passes left to
see all the
right,
different
stand
links.
301, push and start approach face east.
Push and start approved face east, Osprey 1013.
Heathrow ground, good
That.
afternoon. Speedbird 68 Tango Romeo.
Big Bertha.
512, fully ready.
I'm excited for this. We've got Sims GFX as well online today, so we will see what we get from effects.
No further ATC available. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Bye.
Is that me?
Was that for 10 Papa Charlie? Avon.
Right.
Okay, over to Unicom 228. Speedbird 10 Papa Charlie. Bye. Lufthansa 520. Monitor
That's
Unicom
him.
122.8. Bye.
Osprey
598, continue taxi left Alpha,
Cool, let's do a proper flight. Oops, that's binos.
Hold, Lowman.
Alpha Alpha Lima 123, stand 285 left. I'm still waiting on the flight now. Thank you.
American 123.
Sounds like somebody has connected to one of the busiest airports in the network without doing any learning.
Monitor Unicom 122.8 bye.
Okay, thank you, that's all clear. Alpha Alpha Lima 123, thank you.
From ground, Sierra right level 530 taxi.
Sierra Papa Indigo Alpha, taxi link 41, hold Tula.
Cool, so we're now holding Lockheed. Just going to scrub the speed up.
Concorde 3, stand 518, push and start approach.
Let's zoom on out.
Push that approved base Alpha for 518, Super Concorde 3.
Osprey 307 Alpha.
Lovely.
No further ATC available. Monitor Unicom 122.8 bye.
Over to Unicom 1228 for Osprey 307 Alpha Super. Thanks to the ATC, have a good afternoon.
Or 28, stand 307, ready.
1228. Right, surveillance page. That's all good. Let's go TARA norm, automatic. Altitude reporting's on. That's all on. That's all set. Let's go back to the performance page. Yoink. Okay, that's all good. Ah, Jack, that's not good, mate. Now, interestingly, with the in-build Heathrow and the FlyByWire A380X, with frame gen on, by the way, I'm only getting 40 frames per second, and that's pretty consistent. So that is wildly heavy.
Heavy, runway 27, right to the Cape, Alpha 10.
Be very interested to see what the in-build A380 is like. I spent 2 years flying these when I worked at BA, albeit behind the flight deck door as cabin crew. But I remember them like the back of my hand as well. And I did a lot of jump seating into Los Angeles in these. Yeah, could turn off the cabin interior. But we'll leave it as it is just to see how it goes, because it is smooth enough. As long as I've got 30 or above, we're all good. Mikhail, no worries, buddy. If any of you did want to fly along today, by the way, you could pick somewhere along the route as well if you wish. Put these off. Max spray. Heathrow traffic, Osprey 307 Alpha Super via November Bravo. 1 lining up 27 left. So we have a 13 knot crosswind today. Lufthansa's airborne. Just about to see him. Oh, tower's just come on, 118505.
Seabird 87 Papa Charlie, passing 6000, climbing 350 on the deadline to Gulf departure as well.
Please repeat Osprey heavy.
We got a Unicom, they've only just come online.
Third right, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
Holding in November Bravo 1 Echo Osprey Fahrenheit.
I'll just hold here for a wee sec.
November Bravo 2 Echo.
Jack Norris, mate.
Bravo Echo Osprey Fahrenheit.
November Bravo 2 Echo.
November, Bravo 2, Echo, Osprey Flight, sorry.
Thanks, no worries.
Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Osprey 307 Alpha Supers lined up, waiting 27 left, ready for departure.
Osprey 307 Alpha, thank you. The service wind 20 degrees 15, gusting 2927 left, clear
Wow.
for takeoff.
27 left, clear for takeoff. Osprey 307 Alpha, thanks. There's MPS. He's in the Osprey Holidays livery that Zato's painted. Let's hope my key... Flex SRS, runway nav. Oh, Big Bertha's wobbling in the wind.
Bravo 3, line up to 27 left.
100 knots. Using quite a bit of rudder here.
Osprey 5908.
V1 rotates. V2.
Departure ahead.
Oh,
Line up to 7 left.
you're up. Oh, lovely job. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Sim GFX. Mighty cool. Autopilot 1 engaged.
Osprey 307 Alpha, Super, continue with Unicorn 122,
Climb. Over to you to come 1228 for 307 Alpha. Thanks, ATC. Have a good weekend. Thrust, lever, climb. So detents are slightly out, but that's okay.
Yeah, Golf Alpha, he chose that hold.
Flaps up. We've got upper deck, lower deck, all sorts of views ready for today. To the pea soup. Heathrow traffic, Osprey 307 Alpha is through 2000, Detling 2 Golf. Oh, it is wicked, isn't it? Such a mighty beast. Look at that vapour coming out the back as well because of all the rain. Oh yeah, weather radar, Choffinek. So, I don't actually think weather radar works in this. Because it would be down here. There you go, you get weather in op. So yeah, there's no weather radar in this, unfortunately. I'm going to put wing anti-ice on. Into some more pea soup. See what happens with this view here. So this is one of the things with Sim GFX. Watch this cloud density now over the wing. Oh, have they not modelled it into this one? Oh, they haven't. So the ones where it's compatible, it's like the 737s, the A320s from Phoenix. Well, you can just about see it. You get a change of kind of visibility, and sometimes you can actually lose sight of the edges of the wings with it as well, which is really impressive. Cruise today was 370. So let's just go open climb. going to go standard pressure. Okay, well that doesn't really work, so I've got to click that. What a beast. You can kind of see the cloud have density affecting the aircraft more. It doesn't just halo around it, so even the ones where it's not compatible fully, you do get quite an incredible bit of graphics. Currently got 30 frames per second, 38 frames per second, 35, 38, 36. But that's okay, look how smooth it is still. This is what you've got to consider when you are setting performance optimizations and things. Don't chase like 100 frames per second. Try and get a consistent 30. Even better, consistent 60. That's 10,000 feet because we're pitching down. Yep. So let's get rid of the landing lights. Those lights. We've got to be clear of that. So let's get rid of the wing icing as well. Oh yeah, ground spoiler's disarmed. Actually, I forgot to start the chrono, because that works quite nicely with the wing control hardware as well. So the TriSim GFX as well gives you these really amazing contrails which far extend out more than anything else on like default. It's nice to be back in this. But yeah, bear in mind this is a free add-on. How superb. Let's have a quick look at Elevatex. See how everyone's getting on. So there's us. Badger's already airborne in the A380 as well. Nice. Up ahead. Where is he? Is he really far up ahead? Can't see him. Oh, actually, I might have only VATSIM traffic on. That'll be why. Then there's us. We've got MPS has just gone airborne there. Osprey 598. And then who else have we got lining up? Sato is 747-800. Justin is next to go by the looks of it. It's nice to see a couple of like Speedbirds and things as well. That's all of us today. By the looks of it. Oh, there's Zato's screenshot. Look at that. It looks epic, doesn't it? 747. So all of these aircraft have had various tweaks and updates over the last few months and weeks. Sato's done a lot of work repainting up some of the aircraft that have been neglected for some time, like the 747-8, 737s, etc. So on the website now, you will see In fact, let's get it up, I'll show you. For those of you who are our Osprey Airways pilots, just get it up on the old screen. I'll try and do like a shared screen doobry. There we go. So you've got Osprey Airways, MSFS liveries, and then down here now you have some newly updated ones, including the Aristotelis A340-600 that Zato's created an amazing pack for, the A380-800 that we're in today, and then we've got all the like 737 MAX 8s and these new holiday liveries that Zato painted, bringing this old school classic back, which we've loved for the last few years, with a couple of tweaks to the design. Very cool indeed. So there's loads of different liveries available. Tapsi's back painting the PMDG fleet as well, so we've got some amazing mainline 737-900ER and normal 900 liveries. So they've all been updated. So you've got this mainline section here, you've got the regional fleet and Osprey World Cargo. If you want to see the holidays liveries split into its own section, then do let me know. We can make these tables however you want to look effectively. And then in the shop we've just launched some new epic merchandise. Look at that. Really, really stunning. So we've got 3 location themed designs. I'm working on a few more. If there are particular ones, like if you're in Perth for example and you want one for Perth, then let me know and we can get something like that redesigned. There's Rio, and then we've got this London theme as well. Loads of different colours. So some pretty cool new merch, to be fair. Tiny little tweak to this. That's giving me more options all of a sudden. It's amazing contrails. Look how far that stretches out. We've got our 4 quad-jet contrails go as well. Dover's ahead. Huge band of weather, look at that. Up in front of us. Oh, cruise at 390. Have I tried glass out yet? No, that's when you pop the displays out, isn't it, onto something. Ian says do a Birmingham one, just an A380 but the wheel's been nicked. Justin's frames out of Heathrow were shocking. Yeah, so now we're airborne. Where are we at now? See, I'm not much better though. I'm at 43 frames per second. So I have gained 13 frames per second by getting out of Heathrow. Which is wild. Climbing so fast. So if we were going out of Heathrow for JFK or Los Angeles, for example, especially a route that I've done in this previously in real life, what you would find is it takes ages to get to cruise, and it doesn't really like climbing all that much. But it does eventually get up there, and then step climbs become like a real necessity for the most fuel efficient operation of this aeroplane. David's got the A380 FMS 1 and 2 running on his iPad. They work. It's only a touch screen. Only as it's a touch screen, they're only missing a mouse scroll. That's quite cool actually for this aircraft, because a lot of it is based on it being a big old touch screen. Don't have a tablet or anything to kind of use though. The only downside. Chris, welcome. Good afternoon. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you, matey. It's been a busy few weeks, as always, spinning many plates. It's nice to be back in the sim though, kind of putting this through its paces, that's for sure. It's been I'd have to actually look at my content now to see when we last flew this. I think it was a real long time ago, you know. Just trying to fix these new t-shirt products properly on the shop. Says they've been updated. Let's find out. I wanted to make a tiny little tweak to the design. Strange. Which one's that one? London. Absolute nightmare. Chris is saying, I wonder what the inbuilt A380 will be like. Hopefully not as frame heavy as the A350. Yeah, hopefully not, but I suppose the key really, isn't it, is how it benchmarks against this on performance. If it's very heavily kind of frames per second driven, then we might struggle. If it's worse than this, then it will be particularly bad, but I don't think it will be. I think it will be significantly more optimized than this, but this is absolutely usable for sure. That should now have us well over Brussels. Yeah, Brussels is on the left. I mean, I can't believe for like a Saturday, isn't it, today, that we have got next to no air traffic control online. It's wild. .36 knot crosswind working against us. That should now be updated. Chris says he can't fly the A380 out of Heathrow for the inner builds, it just stutters. Zata says, I hope the inner builds A380 VATSIM isn't as unstable as their A350. Jack's airborne out of Shoulder. Justin's having a bit of a tough time with Elevatex. Which bit's gone wrong for you, mate? Hopefully we can help diagnose it. Ed, welcome. Zato, it looks good, doesn't it? You've got the TriSim GFX installed as well, haven't you? Right, look at that. Such presence. The thing that I like with the GFX system is you've got, for a very small reasonable price, all these like highly extended contrails everywhere, but they massively change the immersion of everything as well. It is brilliant for what it offers. I'll get the departure and arrival sorted on Elevatex. I didn't know that was Oh, see, I just import it from SimBrief, so it just loads and does its thing. But beyond that, I don't really fiddle around too much with it. Big Bertha. In case you missed it as well, by the way, yesterday evening a video went live on the channel showcasing the new aircraft that's coming out next Friday, or this coming Friday in fact, so 6 days away. And it's been made by Blue Sky Hangar, I think, or something like that. But it's being sold by Just Fly. They've been quite happy with it, so they're going to be hosting it as kind of the distributor And it is impressive there. Blue Sky Hangar Grumman AA5. And in the video the other day I went buzzing around Cape Town in it yesterday. It was very nice. Zoom zoom. Look at those contrails. So you can see there on that view, frame generation was a little bit stuttery. It is a test today in a way to see how well optimised they've managed to get the aircraft in quite a few years now of development. It is genuinely great to be back in this though. Yet to fly on an A350 in real life, but very keen to fly on one. But this is still the most impressive aircraft I've ever been on. It wasn't particularly great to work on as crew. The actual crew environment was very cramped. It was quite kind of like wedged in on each other. But beyond that, it's pretty epic. I think from a passenger perspective, it's very impressive. Zato, I haven't see, I don't tend to get sent many private jets, partly because we don't really fly many of them on the channel. But I would like to check them out. I just can't. I've overstretched myself with the last few weeks. I've still got a load of house renovation-y bits to do as well. I've got to sort out a new splashback for the kitchen wall and all sorts of things. Yeah, the coffee machine. You know what? I've had some amazing coffee today as well, though. To be fair, David, it is wonderful. It's bizarrely, when you've got a bit of time for you to make the coffee, it is quite therapeutic, especially when you pull the shot with a bottomless filter underneath and you kind of watch it come out. It is pretty spectacular, to be fair. And the flavour's another level. Itchy Scratcher, welcome. How is controlling in South Africa going? Really good, mate, to be honest. I'm pleased that I made the transfer. I kind of wish I did it sooner, but the VATSIM Sub-Sahara Africa team are super friendly, very welcoming. They seem to have got in a flow now of training. There seems to be training going on at least almost every other day, if not sometimes every day, 2 or 3 times a day. There's some training going on for a controller somewhere in the VATSIM Sub-Sahara Africa division, whether it be Cape Town, Johannesburg, Nairobi, wherever it might be. And they're a really proactive team, so there's a whole lot of like new controllers in various different ranks joining. So I think yesterday they had Johannesburg approach and a load of other stuff being tested. I was supposed to have another training session tomorrow where we would go back into Sweatbox, and he was going to my mentor was going to throw a load of other bits at me, but we've delayed that, I think, to next Friday. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, there's definitely momentum. I reckon in the next 5 weeks, I think, well, certainly by the end of July, I reckon I'll be tower trained. Whereas VATSIM UK, if I'd have stuck with them, I'd be in a queue for 2 years. In VATSIM Sub-Sahara Africa, I've been in a queue for a month and then started training. And they basically aim to try and get you completed within, I think it was 90 days or 45 days, I can't remember which, but that's their aim. They aim to get you sorted in that time. Ah, just in good spot. It is a ripper machine, to be fair, Justin. It is wicked. It's so good. It is, isn't it, Zato? I need to do one of the next kind of showcasing Africa type videos, really. That'd be quite cool to kind of dust off and go back to. But I did almost exhaust like the really good ones the other day, so there is that. I say the other day, when was the Africa video? Probably about 2 months ago now. Michael, hello mates. Happy flying indeed. How are you getting on? Chasing behind in the triple? JJ, yes, there is a weird transition bug with chase plane. What's going on there? I don't know. See, customer support with chase plane I found to be pretty poor, to be honest. As a customer, and I mentioned this previously on another video, it does glitch out a little bit, but I found a really serious bug where if you're flying the Phoenix A320s and you are in flight and you set a custom view, a new custom view up using chase plane, then basically it resets your aircraft entirely, like a proper reset. So even your fuel goes back to the default fuel loading when you load back in, and everything just goes cold and dark. I explained all of that to them on a support ticket, and I got a comment back with just, it was quite a dismissive, chase plane is experimental, and that was it. And I kind of mentioned it because it is experimental, so I raised a ticket to say, look, I don't know if this has been raised for the benefit of the product ultimately. This is what I've experienced, this is what triggers it, you can replicate it every single time if you follow these steps. And there I just got a real flippant, fairly snooty, chase plane's experimental, dismissive response back. And I thought, well, if that's your customer service ethos, then what's the point? I don't know. Yeah, that's the glitch there, isn't it, JJ? When you load back into the flight deck, it has to reload the entire environment again, the whole virtual cockpit. It does it in a fair few aircraft as well. It's almost like it unloads itself. What did it? I was flying something the other day and it did the same thing. Zato's got it in the default 748 as well. Yeah. But as Edison would say from Parallel 42, chase plane is experimental. Don't raise the bugs. I mean, that customer service response I got was very much a I've got your cash now, I don't care type of attitude. That's how it felt anyway. Because 4.2 Flow Pro and Chase Plane, etc., I'd purchased myself. JJ says, I'm reading in the forums, so say turn frame gen off and turn off camera transition smoothing in Chase Plane temporarily to see if it disappears. I won't do it in flight, I might try it for like another video at another time. I probably need to optimise my settings a little bit so I can actually turn frame generation off but get some better, more consistent frames per second back. Oh, Zato's got frame gen off and it's happening. But have you got the camera transition smoothing setting off, Zato? Which is in preferences. Which one is it? It's not any of them. Application control, I feel. No. Chase Plane features. Where the ruddy hell is it? Probably down the bottom, isn't it? Down here. Control profile. No. I don't know where it is. Oh well. I won't fiddle too much. Yeah, it was very dismissive, Justin, to be fair. I think I showed it on the last yeah. This is the reply I got off Edson. So when using the Phoenix instead of custom views within Chase Plane, this is my ticket. If you have engines on, it kills the jet entirely, shuts all engines down, they cannot be turned back on again unless you go into EFB and click ready. And I got, hi Luke, the release of Chase Plane is experimental. And that was it. Not, thanks, this is a bug that's already been raised. Or thanks for the information, we'll look into it. That's all it needed. Instead, what I got back was it was almost like it was an inconvenience for me to have told them about the bug. Hey ho. Exactly, Zato. Yeah. And that's the point, right? Even as an experimental, you should log it so that the bug can be looked at, worked on, so eventually the product becomes stable quicker. But yeah. It is poor customer service, yeah, it's disappointing. I expected more because I thought quite highly of Parallel 4.2. They make some great, yeah, really good stuff, don't they? Might have missed your conversation earlier, but how was the farmer's dog? It was awesome. Precisely, itch it and scratch it. Yeah. Yeah, that's all it needed to say, even if the mail just says thanks, we'll look into it. That's all it needed. Not, it's experimental, basically go away. Yeah, the farmer's dog was really good. For those of you who don't know, yesterday I joined some colleagues from work and we met up in a lovely little cafe in Buckinghamshire in Amersham called what was it called? I can't remember. The Granary at 12 or something like that, in Amersham Old Town. It was very nice. And we went out to the Farmer's Dog. So we rode from there all the way out, a load of us on the bikes. There's my GS. And we went to go and see Clarkson's pub. So we did about 120 or so miles, 100 miles in the end. Loads of us on the bikes. It was really cool. Went into the Grand Tour tent. Saw that. I mean, the pub was exquisite. It was genuinely really quite superb. When you go in there, the way that it's been redeveloped and rebuilt, the stonework and the beams is genuinely like quite impressive when you look at it. And we stood in there for a minute, just kind of enjoying the entire building, because the pub itself is stunning. It is really nice. There's the bikes. Some real good, powerful bikes there. Yeah, I do look after it. I've had it now for 7 months. Well, when was it? 1st of September I got it. There it is. Yeah, it's brilliant. Such a beast. Yeah, it's really nice pub. Genuinely quite stunning. Very well run. It wasn't too busy either. There's me. Making a cameo appearance, my left arm. It was great. Reasonably priced as well, to be fair. You think you turn up and it's going to be crazy expensive, but it's not that bad at all. It was about, how much was it? It was £14 for a burger, plus £6 for some chips, I think, or £4 for some chips, so call it £18. And then they had all the Hawkstone lagers and the Hawkstone Black Stout, which is amazing. And they had like the Hawkstone Lager 0% as well, so that was quite good. So there was a lot to kind of choose from. The store was really good. I was tempted to buy a Farmer's Dog baseball cap to cover my balding hairline, but I thought better not. Yeah, a couple of the guys have got Quackers. I've never personally been a fan of the Kawasaki's though, personally. I don't know why. I think they just, even the new ones look like they're old with the dashboard and stuff like that. It's like they haven't really modernised and moved on. I could jack, couldn't I? I was going to take my DJI Action 6. I've got like a handlebar clamp, and I was going to take that and attach it, but I didn't want to risk breaking it. I think I'd need to get like a protective cover for it first. So that way if it did ping off, I could kind of keep it safe. Or get a proper motorbike clamp, although it is technically a good motorbike clamp, and I have got the chest piece for it as well. I could have put the chest cover on it and started filming that way. That would have been quite cool actually. It's not often we go on the ride outs. We might go on 2 a year and that's about it. And we'll pick somewhere. This time it was the Farmer's Dog in Oxfordshire, but it might be... We almost went to Turweston Airfield. There's like a really beautiful cafe near the airfield in Turweston, which is near to Silverstone in the UK. We almost picked that as a ride out point. I haven't tried the cider, to be fair, Justin, except for when they launched it. I managed to get a couple of bottles. I got ordered online, delivered to the house, and again, like genuinely like really nice, stunning bit of cider. And I'm not a fan of cider, but I liked the Hawkstone cider. And I don't really like lager, but Hawkstone lager was really good. Justin Nice owned a KR1 252 stroke. Jeez. On an L permit. Nice. Jack, yeah, that's what makes it so good though. Stabilizer motion and all that sort of stuff. The MD-11's such a weapon. JJ, yeah, I did. It gave me vibes of when the BA1 collapsed, which I went to actually. Was involved in like the post-incident bit. And it would just be that the ground, there would probably, I would imagine, I haven't read any reports, but it had all the hallmarks of the same thing that happened in the UK with BA 787 when that nose wheel collapsed, and that almost killed ground staff underneath as well. But the there's like a ground pin which you put in, so if they were going to on the ground, which is what I imagine has happened with the Lufthansa situation, landing gear lever's down on the ground, isn't it, and locked. The aircraft knows that it's down because there's weight on wheels, but there is a ground pin thing that you can put in which bypasses the lever, and it tells the plane to ignore the landing gear lever, so you can test the system without making the landing gear try and retract itself on the ground. And that's what I think's happened. They've not put the ground pin in, so the aircraft's gone, oh, gear up, and it's the motors are really powerful in the nose wheels, so it's just basically dragged the nose wheel up and collapsed the nose wheel. And once the momentum's in place, it will just collapse, won't it? That's the thing. So yeah, the pins are confusing, and again, it's bad design from Boeing yet again, not making them particularly clear or user friendly. Ian, we went to not the Stratford one. Was it the Stratford one actually? It might have been. Let's have a quick look at maps. Because we went to Clarkson's Farm 2 years ago. Yes, it would have been. Yeah, so we went to the Stratford one a little while ago. Caffeine and Machine. It was quite nice. Because we did Clarkson's Farm, stopped off at Chipping Norton. Well, not Chipping Norton, but where is it? It's Chadlington, isn't it? So we stopped off at Chadlington, Clarkson's Farm, and then we pinged off up towards Caffeine and Machine. I'm trying to remember where it is. It's in Ettington, isn't it? Is that the Stratford one that you went to? That's where we ended up going up to. Yeah, and then we rode back all the way up to Banbury and then down the M40 back home. It was a really nice day. That was the last time we did a big ride out. That was on my old bike actually, the Tiger 900. Which I think if I didn't have the GS I would have missed. But the GS is just so superb at everything that I don't miss it. I absolutely love the thing. I had it in dynamic yesterday, and even just like a millimetre of twist on the throttle, it just wants to launch off. It's so good. It's about an hour, Justin, for me. Not too bad at all. Thing is, when we pick ride-out locations, because we're all over the place, we will have some of the folks up in like Bedfordshire, some down near Gatwick. We will pick somewhere that's a bit equidistant, so we all have to ride to a location where it's somewhere in the middle to meet up. From there, we'll ride to where we're going to go to. So we'll meet up. So that's why it was Amersham the other day. So it's kind of in the middle for everybody. It's about 45-50 minutes each driving into that area. Petrol station nearby, and then we zip off up. A lot of roadworks around Oxfordshire though, that was the only thing. I think it was MPS you were asking a minute ago, weren't you? Was it in the chat or was it on Discord? I thought I saw a comment about what ILS are we doing into Athens, but maybe that was in the Discord server. Wind 080 at 7, so we're going to be landing on 03. 03 left or right. Depends on what the situation is when we actually get nearer, and whether we have Hellenic Discord. Not Hellenic Discord. Cheers, David. Yeah, it was on Discord, wasn't it? Hellenic VATSIM online covering arrivals into the wonderful bit of Greece, because we do currently have full ATC around the Greek airspace, which is very nice by the looks of it. No ATIS at Athens, but I can see they are landing on 03 right on VATSIM currently. So regarding like the arrival as we get a bit closer for your planning, 03 right, Zorky 1 kilo arrival. Actually, that might change. What are the charts have we got? Let's have a quick look. Zorky, Zorky, Zorky. I reckon we might get the Zorky 1 Quebec, you know. Where are we going to be at the moment? We're over Stuttgart, aren't we? Let's click on that. Let's have a quick look at my flight plan. Zorky. Yeah, so I reckon we're going to get Zorky 1 Quebec. That tends to be the one that's issued a lot of the time anyway. It's a bit tougher because you got to descend a lot faster down to the Gina NDB, and then you kind of you come in onto final 03 right. So actually, that might be the one that we're going to get. Let's have a quick review of some of these others. Zorky 1 Whiskey, no, because otherwise, if we are flying the Zorky 1 Kilo. Oops. That's interesting, I didn't have the pen selected. It's going to be 8,000 and then pretty much overflying the airfield, look. Overflying the approach path to go to Kea VOR before turning around onto final. Like that. So I don't think that tends to be the one that they won't give you. Instead they'll feed you Zorky 1 Quebec into Gina NDB. So that's probably the plan. And then what do we got? ILS Zulu 03 left. Nope. ILS Zulu 03 right. There we go. Initial approach and then final approach charts. We'll pin those. So many charts, isn't there? ILS X-ray. Yeah, Zulu's more achievable for us as well with the A380. Otherwise it'd be a bit tight on the missed approach turn initially. And then what have we got on the ground? Let's go airports. So we can plan the brake to vacate system, which this has, to come off here at Delta 9 maybe. That would be quite a good little junction. Quite reasonable as well, it's about 2,000 meters in, so we're not going like super heavy deceleration to come off here. We can just gently come off Delta 9, then it'll be a sharp left turn onto Delta. And it's actually a short taxi as well, because we're landing on the airfield, on the apron side of the airfield rather, so we don't have to go over the hotel bridge, although that is always quite cool. But it'd be Delta 9, left Delta, and then it'd probably be taxi in Although because we are in the A380 today, we need to follow the taxi restrictions chart. There's a bug with the Navigraph app. Taxi line is not available for A380, so we can do the Kilo and Hotel Bridge. Taxi line Echo not available for the Antonov 124. It's A380 only. Follow me guidance is required. When code F aircraft are taxiing on taxi lane Echo passes behind a parked code F aircraft on a contact stacked. And then the two spots when an A380 or 7478 taxis on Charlie or taxi line Echo, then the max aircraft type on taxi line Echo or Charlie is ICAO code Echo. Yes, absolutely fine. We'll vacate Delta 9, left Delta, and then we'll probably enter either Delta 6 or Delta 5. Because look, Delta 7 entry here, this bit technically is a red line. We could get Delta 7 and then get fed in like this. Depends on what we get with ATC. But if we're on Unicom, what I'll do is I'll keep coming down to Delta 6 and then in like that. As the safest thing to do. So we're going to change, in fact let me change this approach. Zorky 1 Quebec. I'm going to change up my notes as well. Zorky 1 Quebec. Right, let's do 3 rights. Yeah, we've got to look out for donkeys on final approach. We'll probably use quite a bit of speed brake on this approach as well, because it is steep. So there you go, consider yourselves briefed. Although we've still got a wee bit of time, about 2.5, 3 hours to go. But we can prep, can't we? Let's go Athens, 03 right. ILS 03 right, Zulu, via Gina. Zorky 1 Quebec. Every flight plan. Insert. Bosh. Done. SimCFI, welcome. How are you doing? Good morning to you. Right, let's have a little look at set tail cam view as well. Let's go to the rear. Pop back into the cabin. We'll have a little look at this. So this was something that wasn't really created previously. That you can still see there's like bits in the back that haven't been done with the A380X. It's been a very long time. I think I'd like to see this with a bit of an interior. I've never been a fan of the Emirates A380 layout. I think it's quite old school, a bit crammed. I like the BA layout personally, but hey ho, each to their own. But we can move our way through. I do like this. It has been improved considerably since I last looked with some of this, at least from what I can remember at least. Yeah, I just don't like Emirates at all. Yeah, I think this, you'd thought they would have sorted some of that out by now. Ugh. Not a fan of their premium cabins. Have they done the shower? World's biggest showers? Ah, that's disappointing. They are huge. The BA ones, because they don't have the Emirates showers in there, the BA one's got this huge changing bench here, big toilet in the back. It's really superb. Down we go. What the? That's a bit random. And the BA A380s have actually got a door here. They've got a door there, which go up the stairs, and then you have the crew rest, which is all this entire section here for the pilots. And then once you've gone through that, you then go through into this flight deck door. So it's a double airlock effectively for added security. I would like to see them implement that. But this looks really cool, doesn't it? This cabin down here looks very nicely done with some beautiful detail. Jack says the Unibuild's A380 was teased for this month. Gear wings vertical stabilizer to be released in a September update. What do you mean? Harry, welcome. Yeah, see, this is why I don't like the Emirates layouts. If you think Emirates is a premium airline, you've been kidding yourself for way too many years. They cram nearly, about 550 people into some of these A380 configurations, whereas British Airways have a total passenger cabin configuration size of 469 people. So literally like almost 100 less people on the BA A380 than this, where you're just crammed in like sardines, and people kid themselves it's a premium airline. Ian says, I want Wind Control to take my money for the overhead airline panel. Has anyone heard anything about that recently? I'm not sure. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'd like to think they'd do it by summer, or by the end of summer. But I have said to them that you've got to improve the compatibility of their products. Yeah, Justin, but there's no need for it. BA don't have an upstairs bar either in their A380s. Yeah, what people are falling for, David, is the marketing again, which we see time and time and time again, don't we? Now, what would be cool as a product, whether it be Wind Control or anyone else, whoever was to make it, overheads are very specific to the aircraft, aren't they? That you're going to get the overhead for, and it somewhat renders them pointless, because my WindFlex A320 overhead, unless you're willing to fiddle with SPAD Next or MobiFlight and create custom profiles and try and then force compatibility onto the product yourself, what I would like to see is them create a more modular style of overhead. So you have the frame, you might have blanking panels, so you can cover bits off where, you know, if you're having like an A320 layout, but then you can take those blanking panels off and you can move sections about, so you can then create like an A380 overhead panel, an A340-600 overhead panel, an A320 overhead panel, and depending on what you're flying, you can either have like a Boeing modular overhead or an Airbus modular overhead, and you can like pull the panels off, tweak, and put it all in. I think that would be genuinely a fantastic overhead product. Probably very difficult to manufacture, but let's face it, a lot of that would be software, wouldn't it, right? But that would be an overhead panel worth buying for Flight Sim, because at the minute you have to buy a Boeing overhead for Boeing, an A320 overhead for the A320s, and then you've got to use a load of other bits to try and force it in, like SPAD Next or MobiFlight, to force compatibility into other stuff. So I find, like today, I'm not bothering at all with my WingFlex overhead panel. In fact, I rarely use it, and given its price, if I'd have paid for it, I wouldn't be getting any value for money whatsoever, because I just don't use it. Justin, epic. How does that work with like having a table? Like, so my layout, I've got a big table, 2 screens, my computer box behind it, and then the overhead mounts to that as well. How does... I'm guessing you've had to get rid of any desks because your sim cockpit is going to be built around the quad stand now, right? Cat Davis, yeah, as David says in the chat, hello. There's no performance calculator as such. You have to use the SimBrief performance tool, but that's pretty good anyway. So. Desk will have 2 cutouts to accommodate the profile so it can go against the wall, but the overhead section will be so solid. I mean, it does sound pretty cool, doesn't it? It's an expensive bit of kit though as well, isn't it? I think you've spent a fair few hundred Aussie dollars on it. Marcus, welcome. How have you been? Been a while. Hope you're well. Have you got, Justin, then 3 monitors of all the exact same spec to make sure they're like borderless and all that sort of stuff, and the same output on each, or have you got different monitors for the left and the right compared to the centre? So I'd imagine you have to match everything up so precisely, don't you? And then I guess my next question would be, do you have the little kind of edge tape thing that blends them all into one big thing? Oh, smart move, Justin, I like it. Saving yourself some good cash. Hold on, I'll get Discord loaded up again. Yeah, that's a cool setup. You ready for this? This is Justin's kit. Look at that! Bevels on my 27 monitors are minimal. Properly cool. Oh, you got a tablet on the left as well, haven't you? That's pretty wicked. Got your knee board on the right there, I like it. 2 Stream Deck XLs. Check you out, you've got better kit than me. That looks very good. Oh, Ian, wow. Took delivery yesterday of a Condor Beach Livery 757 window cut from a scrapped plane. Wanted a Jet 2 one, but didn't have the cash last year. Wife thinks I've lost my mind. Where are you going to put that? Have you got like mounted on the side of a wall or something like that, Ian? Is that would be quite cool. You can get all sorts of stuff like that now, can't you? You can get like tags from decommissioned aircraft that have been cut up and recycled. Some will let you buy like the landing gear and all sorts of stuff. Kirky, good afternoon. We've made really good progress so far. Probably like 30 knot tailwind. The rest of it's a bit of a crosswind. But over, like mostly all the way through Austrian airspace, we'll be crossing into Slovenia shortly, and then routing down the Adriatic coast. So we're not too far away. Loads of contrails about as well. Quite the crosswind starting to build at Athens, looking at that. Beautiful 29 degrees Celsius though. Should probably have a quick peek through the checklists as well, because we've got taxis all done. They're auto. So what I'll do is I'll hit that. There we go, line up. Clear these away. Tick, tick, tick. And then we've got approach checklists. Super easy. Barrow FC belts, minimums, auto brake. So we'll keep that out for next time. Is there more on there, Justin? Let's take a look. Where are we? So, MPS making good progress behind us in the 777-200ER Osprey Holidays livery. Those summer trips. Justin's on his own route, a little bit further south. Flying the Aegean A321, very nice. Where is he? There he is, he's down there. This is just, he's going to be routing over Innsbruck, whereas we've gone slightly north of that. Where is... I think that's it. I think that's all of the screenshots. Where's Zato disappeared off to? Oh, there he is, there's Zato. Our Badger's right up ahead. Osprey 919, making some good progress. He's going to be well over kind of Bosnia-Herzegovina now, near Sarajevo. Quite a lot of A380s on the network, which shows you how stable this aircraft has become. Here's some of my screenshots from today. Even a wet, windy, murky Heathrow behind. Jack's coming over the Italian Alps. Ah, yes, gotcha. Flying the MD-11, the old school heritage livery. Nice, Osprey 550. There you are. Cookie, will I be controlling at Birmingham anytime soon? Unfortunately not, mates. I've actually transferred out of VATSIM UK because there's just no progress. So I'm part of VATSIM Sub-Sahara Africa now. I control at Cape Town, which is a bit different. There's a lot less traffic, but we're hoping to change that. There's always loads of ATC on around South Africa as well, so well worth flying around that part of the world. Some amazing scenery as well. But I'll hopefully be a tower controller fairly soon. I don't know if I can then do visiting at Birmingham as a tower controller at Birmingham. I don't know how that works. David, you might know a bit more than me with how the transferring stuff works, but I think they tend to bin you like somewhere else, don't they? Hotel Plaza. It needs to be at least S3 before you can apply to become a visitor in most places. And wait for it, I believe there is a queue for the UK. Of course there is. I mean, it would be nice to go and do a bit of Birmingham controlling again, but sort of, because I've controlled for years and got nowhere. And then when I did try and do the exams, their exam kept bugging out for me. And I think the last time I bothered trying to sit it, it skipped 4 questions ahead when I clicked only once to go to the next question. There was no back button, which then meant that I then failed the exam by default because it skipped 4 questions. So I just gave up. I'm not sure if I'd want to do approach. probably would, but it'd be a lot of effort, a lot of extra learning and training and stuff. On top of the already quite intense learning that I've had to do for Tower, for Cape Town. But I'm hoping by the end of, certainly by the end of July, I should be Tower trained. And then, I mean, in theory, I could probably get approach trained for Cape Town by Christmas. Like, that's how fast they're able to progress people in VATSIM Sub-Saharan Africa. Nice, G&T, good effort. Found some Roku on offer with the Cardo the other day, so I managed to get some Sakura Edition Cherry Blossom Roku Gin. No, I used the same flight plan that was in Discord, Justin. Yeah, I suppose it's vectors and speed control, isn't it? But if I'm then approach at Cape Town, I would have Stellenbosch, a load of other bits to think about as well. Let's have a look. It's very on topic, but let's have a look. That's wicked. There's Ian's bit kit. So what's that? It's off a Condor 7.5. My new setup, my cable for my headset keeps getting in the way of the keyboard. Trying to work out what livery that would have come off. What's the registration of the aircraft? Because I can't find any like special edition holiday livery, except for the one that's it's called Willy, isn't it? But that was like a Happy Valentine's Day. Or is it from the T-Tower livery? No, because it's a very specific block of yellow. Is it that one? There we go, hold on. There we go, open image and new tab. Oh, chuffing heck. Let me go to this one. Here, open image. Is it one of the overwing emergency exits there? Off the T-Tower livery. Because I can't see anything else that stands out as like a Condor 757 livery. Hopefully we should get a bit more of an answer from Bluebird Sim with the 757 as well, with Expo coming up quite close. That I genuinely can't wait for. Ian, you need to link your Discord user settings in the, I think, connections or integrations tab to your YouTube account so you can get into the members lounge. Yeah, they've gone quite quiet, haven't they? There was a little dev update recently for the Fokker F70 and the F100 from Just Flight, but is that ABOS? The ABOJ. There it is. You got a piece of that bit of history there. Bosh. So the coffee machine, the Meraki, Justin, you can only buy it direct from a distributor in the UK, that Bella Barista company that I went to go to in Wellingborough, Northamptonshire. But they're a coffee roastery, as well as they have a shop selling their own, like a load of set machines. They've got loads of ECM machines, the Synchronica I think they're called, and a load of other real posh machines. They've also got the Wendugi Data S and the Lita. The lit machines, rocket machines. They don't stock Sage or Breville, interestingly, because they said themselves they think they're rubbish, which surprised me a bit, because I still had a couple of them, like the new Oracle Jet and things, on my wish list, or on my kind of short list rather. But they then have a little coffee bar, they've got a roastery, and they've got a couple of different types of beans, which are quite cool. But they are like genuinely quite superb as well, and the aroma's just another level. Very happy with those beans. I mean, he said himself, he goes, I could get you to sign up to the subscription to continue to order our coffee. He goes, but if you've got local roasteries around you that are very local, he goes, support them instead. Which I thought was quite cool, because he could have just like locked me into a sales pitch, and actually there was none of that. I went in there and was very much, look, I don't know what I want. I'm going from pods to proper coffee. I'm not going to tell you what my budget is, even though I knew in the back of my mind. So just help me identify what would be best for me, and they worked around a load of stuff, and the Meraki just kept coming up. And I went there knowing that the Meraki was like probably one of the top 2 of my shortlist anyway that I was going to look at. But yeah, it's an amazing bit of kit, and for a fraction of the price of an equivalent Breville or Sage machine. It's Sage in the UK. They're called Breville everywhere else. Now, he said himself, because he's done a load of reviews, if you look at the Bella Barista YouTube channel, he's done reviews on the Breville or Sage Oracle machines. But he said while I was in there, when I asked him more about the Sage stuff, he goes, I had to be really generous with my review of their product. He goes, but the Meraki is like half the price of their top spec machine, but smashes it out the water. It's a little fiddly to clean because it's basically like 3 little towers. One's the grinder, one's the group head and the boiler, and one's the steamer with its own boiler. That itself is a bit fiddly, but only when you get like a shot that's channeled. So you get at 9 bar. Sometimes you might get a squirter. Yeah, it's the technicalities about it. That's yeah, the consistency and the precision to keep brewing the same consistent coffee shot each time is actually really hard. And coffee art, latte art's just mind-boggling to me. But I've got 50% off my next 3 bags with Bella Barista, so I will probably use them. Change to their Navigator blend, which is really nice as well. And then I might look at the local roasteries. It depends on pricing and all that sort of stuff, and whether I'm happy with the Navigator as well. But I would probably get the ones that are near to me at some point in the future. Not least just to give them a go and try them. But I'm going to quickly sort out some water. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Cool, back. Where are we at? L-tip. Sort my headset out. Harold went down the coffee rabbit hole lately, but was more the manual side of brewing coffee like the V60. But I want a siphon because it looks like a chemistry set. Yeah, they do look cool. I've a mate of mine at work has got it. Like, he's went really down the rabbit hole. He's been into it for years, but he's tried V60s, mocha pots. He's tried the siphon thing, like the chemistry set as well. He's kind of like got it all. It looks like some of the stuff he's tried has been amazing. And he's got like AeroPress and things like that for work as well. So when he's at work, he can like hand grind his own coffee beans with a hand grinder, manual grinder, and then he puts it all in an AeroPress to make a fresh espresso. Like it's just too much effort for me. Bravo November, welcome. Yeah, thank you, buddy. It's been a disrupted few weeks, I appreciate that, but there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. Like not least repainting the house and loads of other bits going on, so I've not had as much time as I would have hoped to continue the consistent streams. Oh, actually, today might be the day. I've been selling my WinWing DCS throttle and flight stick that I'd bought years ago. I've been selling those on eBay, and I don't know if it's today or tomorrow that they end. Oh, it's tomorrow. 9 watchers. Whoosh. I've got the Orion 2 F-16 HOTAS left to sell. And that's on eBay for 140 quid. It's amazing because they are really built well, and they actually hold the value quite spectacularly as well. Murray, welcome. First time following a live stream. Great to have you on board with us. Hope you're enjoying it. Yeah. We have over 1,200 pilots in Osprey Airways, and 1,100 of them are called Ian. Kirky, amazing. Worked in a coffee factory in Banbury for 29 years. The process to make coffee is something else. You're not a million miles away from me then, I don't think, by the sounds of it. There's so many local roasteries around me in Oxfordshire, it's insane. And I'll probably never be able to try all of them. There's one that keeps coming up on Google called, I think it's called Dark Horse Roastery in Wallingford, which is like South Oxfordshire. It's a Dark Horse Roastery. Yeah, and that keeps coming up as like a really popular one that's highly recommended apparently on Google. So I might try them. Oh, they do like a roastery experience. Part of me would be interested in starting up a coffee roastery. Barista experience, teach you how to do your latte art. 130 quid for 2 people. Jesus. 130 quid for a roastery experience for 2. The BSA Professional Barista Level 1 course. Oh, they actually do those as well. That's quite impressive. 1-day intensive training course designed to build real confidence at the espresso machine. It's a practical assessment and a short knowledge test accredited by the BSA, providing a nationally recognised qualification. Correct milk steaming, foaming and texture, correct espresso extraction with focus on technique and consistency, and how to prepare 5 specialty coffee drinks to a professional standard. 175 quid plus VAT. So it's £210 basically. City and Guilds Baristas course, level 2 VRQ. Crikey, that's 660 quid. And it's sold out, wow. So they must be very good then, as a roastery. So I'd be very keen to try their beans. Murray, on coffee, has the debate been settled? What is the best way to make coffee? Anything that dissolves in your cup from a dry state is not coffee, from what I've basically learned. You might have missed it, Murray. I'll just get up my bit of kit that I got the other day. Bosh. There we go. So I've got that Meraki Gen 2, which is a phenomenal bit of kit. Love it. It's really nice. Comes in white or black. And then alongside that, I've got the white knockbox. There. The white metal knockbox. And then I've currently got this Embankment whole bean coffee, which is nice and sweet. It is a real nice sweet blend. It's not super sweet, but it is like fudgy, slightly nutty, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it is genuinely like superb. But they've then, well, let's do the quiz. How do you brew at home? Espresso machine. What type of coffee? Regular. Have it with milk. Which set of flavours most appeal to you? See, this is where I get lost. I like almond. Not a massive fan of hazelnut, but I like almond. Select up to 3. Ah, bugger. I was going to pick fruity as well, but let's go with it. What coffee do you typically enjoy at home? Oh, it's completely optional. Good. Yeah, see, Embankment I've got. Really nice. Navigator is what I'm going to get next, which is this one here. But they do loads. Crossfade's meant to be very nice as well. And they've got like single origin ones as well. Morello cherry, toffee and dark chocolate. It's really stunning. It's a bit stronger, like less sweet than Embankment. Oh, look at that, they've got a... that's cool. They have coffee from Colombia that's sent by sailboat. Strawberry, passion fruit and almond. It's only 35 quid. It's only 5 quid extra. That's amazing. That's a kilo bag, and that'll last like 5 weeks, Justin. Which is where, when I did the video of like changing to espresso, changing from Nespresso to an espresso machine, it is about £800 that I would save over 5 years. All 4 pillars. Fresh yuzu gin. Grown in Victoria. Made in Healdsville, Australia. Nice. I wonder if you can... I bet you can't get that in the UK. That's Justin's G&T right now. $700ml. It looks smaller, that bottle. Because of the angle. The question is, what tonic have you put into it as well? That's another question. That's a nice daughter bought me some templates for the latte art to use with my Ninja Pro Lux. Well, like chocolate template where you sprinkle the chocolate sprinkles on top, or templates that actually help you do the latte art. I didn't know they were a thing. Latte art templates. It's such a rabbit hole. I can see chocolate stencils. But the latte art is like when you do, it's before the chocolate. Is when you see people do this, like that on the right hand side. How on earth does someone do that as latte art? I would imagine that coffee's really cold and they've poured in the textured milk in a blob in the middle, and then they've used like a wooden stick and pushed it out to make the design, I would imagine. Because there is no way in a million years you could do that with a fresh coffee. Oh, they're your standard ones here. And, where are they? We get a slightly bigger photograph. Here we go. These are kind of like your normal ones, not the one in the middle though. In fact, not many of those. They're really advanced. That's what mine looks like at the moment. Although actually I think my milk blending and texturing is a whole lot better than this person's, to be fair. But yeah, when you go into like highly defined ones like this, it's just really incredible. And yeah, you can have like swans, and there's your milk swan. It's stunning. There's a really good swan. Look at that. I'm just trying to make, maybe I should just try and make like the standard heart. The top left one there. So I'm trying to do the one that's on the top right at the moment. It's just too hard. I don't know. I just don't understand how you make the design. Well, I can't do any of those at the moment, but that's fine, because for me it's about the taste. I would like to get to a stage where I can smash out a coffee that looks like that. I think it might have been. The thing is, when they do the latte art, it makes it look super simple, doesn't it? They make it look really easy to do. They brew your coffee, you get the milk texture, and then they just whizzle it in straight into the cup, and it's like, there you go, and it takes them like 10 seconds to make. But I suppose it's because they're doing 100, 200 coffees a day. But it is a very, very well rehearsed skill set, I think. It does blow my mind. But having now tried, I appreciated it before, but having now tried to do latte art, then that probably gives me a whole extra level of appreciation for latte art. I'd not realised how difficult it is No, yeah, exactly, Badger. Sard says, as long as the coffee taste is good, I'm giving it 5 stars. Extra points for art, but taste is what matters. Yeah, and that's the thing. As long as the milk is blended properly with the espresso underneath, before the cool little art piece on top, that's all I care about. I've had quite a few coffees before where I've had to get a spoon and mix it because they've not blended underneath properly. They've just focused on the art instead. And well, that's great, but now I've got a big wad of espresso underneath that's quite punchy to drink. Yeah, it definitely does need like a good coffee shop. Oh, David, crikey, that's not far at all, is it? I've lost track of time. The A380 is good, Murray. Doing well. They've done a great job. Hand flies lovely. Exterior modelling, I quite like, to be fair, especially for a freebie. The lower deck, if we just go down through the floor, the lower deck's really cool. They've had this in place for a long time. Nothing much different from what I remember last time. And they've created more of an upper deck than what I remember last time, but it does then stop at the rear cabin here, where it then just becomes like real mess. And I do wish over 2-3 years now that they've been working on it that it would have been a bit better. Kirky, there isn't one, mate. There's going to be a Synaptic Studios or Synaptic Simulation A220 coming at some point in the future, but they've now teamed up with Builds, so no idea what price it's going to be, but there will be a price associated with it. Right, Athens Metar wind 0906. Outside air temperature 30 degrees Celsius, lovely, and warm, QNH 1015. Yeah, the system depth is amazing. Let's go onto the charts real quick. What have we got? We'll just go for a basic ILS, try and hand fly a load of it, 471. And the transition level, just in no, they're not, unfortunately. Flight level 100. We'll go for full flap just to be on the safe side. We've still got a little way to go before top of descent. There we go. But that's all done now, that's the main thing. We can then go to flight plan. And we want to go to plan mode. And then we're going to go down to 10. We're going to go zoom. We're going to change off Heathrow. Airport select. Radiac. LGAV. There we go. Display airport. So now we're going to set up the brake to vacate system. Takes a few seconds. My boss, welcome. Awesome. So, landing on 03 right, and it was Delta 9, wasn't it, we said earlier on when we were briefing the arrival, chatting about where we want to brake to vacate. So yeah, we'll go for Delta 9. Fine, let us do it today. 03 right. So let's 03 right. For brake to vacate, select exit Delta 9. Have I given myself enough? Yeah, because it's just after the wet line actually. So maybe Delta 8 could happen. Ah, we'll be alright. We'll stick with that one. Awesome. Then we'll come out of it. Get back out of plan mode. I do want to check the altitude data against the chart. So Zorki's at or above 8,000. Flight level 135. Egina at 4,000. So this is problematic. At 4,000. Just going to shift our top of descent forwards a bit more. It's going to recalculate everything. Look, so Zorki at flight level 100. Egina at 4,000 feet. Tower at Athens is online. DME. $1,300, that's good. Tower ATIS 03 right, ILS X-ray. Which is this one? So we're still coming via Egina. Egina, isn't it? Actually, it's Egina NDB from memory. Max 220, 032. Cool. So let's just rerun the box then. I mean, we could, in theory, just fly whatever we want because... Oh, there we go. David's just said it himself in the chat. Tower will be controlling kind of this bit onwards. But the ILS is very much the ILS. The difference is the missed approach. But if we go missed approach, that'll be from here, like Osprey 307 Alpha, Monitor Unicom 122.8. And then it'd be down to me to go back onto Unicom with, in lieu of any approach controller being online above the tower, to control all of this bit of the missed approach with vectors, resequencing back to another go, all that sort of stuff. So really, the tower is only going to be controlling this little bit here. That's it. So I can just do the ILS Zulu if I want to. But if you notice this little section here is different to the way this looks on the charts, but the direction 101 oops, is actually a little wider. We've got Athens radar online, so that'll be now the big one. What do we get there? But we'll switch to the, whatever's on the ATIS. We've got time to switch. So let's go runway 03 right. ILS 03 right X-ray, Igina, Zorky 1 Quebec. So that'll rerun the numbers. Again though, I'm going to want Igina, probably about 5,000, by the looks of it. 6,520 looks pretty good actually, and then we've got AV461. AC464 max 220 knots, 5,900 feet. 464, yeah, 461, 4710, 442 at 4,000, 441, 3210. That actually looks pretty good for a descent profile, to be fair. Let's go back onto plan mode then with OANS, because we're going to need to make sure we've still got the right brake to vacate system ready to go, and we're going to arm the brake to vacate system, and we get brake to vacate blue, and we've got Delta 9 selected 03 right. So the brake to vacate system is still the same. Come out of that mode. Should be in Greek airspace at Pindo, which is basically now. Very exciting. It's been a while since we've had Athens radar online, flying into and out of the Greek islands and stuff over the last few weeks, and really nice. I'm going to go transition at. I'm actually doing the Zorky 1 Quebec, Justin, not the 1 kilo. That's what I'm planning for, because they tend to give you that one instead. So I've planned for that. Which is a slight change, as before we departed Heathrow, we mentioned that difference compared to what we planned on Discord. What was I doing? Athens radar 129675. 129675. 129675.
Good day, Charlie, travel currently on the runway again.
20 miles. Let's give him a call.
9 Charlie Bravo, hello, it's confirmed.
Hopefully you can hear him.
9 Charlie Bravo, cleared for Salva, runway 34, Micro 2 Foxtrot, climb VATSIM, flight level 80, squawk 4347.
Do let me know if you can't.
Cleared for Salva, runway 34, Micro 2 Foxtrot, departure, climb via ATD.
Actually going to put my headset on properly today.
Squawk 4347 and 09 Charlie Bravo.
9 Charlie Bravo, big tech. 9 Charlie Bravo, are you ready?
No, Justin, so you're thinking of this here as the transition for the approach, but we're not coming in from that direction.
9 Charlie Bravo, clear takeoff, runway 34 to wind 230 degrees.
It's got information alpha. Landing 03.
Osprey 111 Alpha, flight level 370, road box 1 Quebec arrival for Athens.
Osprey 111 Alpha, Athens identified, cleared Dropbox 1 Quebec arrival, descend, flight level 170.
Descend 170, Osprey 111 Alpha.
NY 348, Athens hello, new squawk 7246.
7246, squawk NY 348.
Osprey 111 Alpha, expect ILS X-ray 03 right, flight direct Alpha Victor 464.
Someone's flying, but they haven't
03 right.
tracking the flight.
And can you copy
Oh,
the
Ian,
for?
yeah, epic, you are. Love
Osprey
it. From
111
Manchester.
Alpha, flight direct Alpha Victor 464.
Well, let's get rid of that.
Alpha Victor 464, Osprey 111 Alpha.
Dubai 1018, clear Dubai, runway 34, after departure, right VMC, Vardi,
Can't get
flight
in.
initially, flight level 80, squawk 7435.
Dubai, runway 34, right VMC, confirm RDB, flight level 80, squawk 7435, flight by 1.
Dubai 1018, affirm right VNC waypoint of Vardy and squawk 7435.
Egina, EGN, Justin. That's what that.
Flight by
1078,
This.
Direct 3 kilo 140 degrees 4 knots, runway 16 clear takeoff.
16 clear takeoff, so have a 3 kilo.
24134.
Wow, he's busy.
24134.
Advice 348 identified. Fly direct Xavis 1 Alpha arrival, runway 27.
Xavis 1 Alpha arrival, that's 348. Thanks.
Enter 9 Charlie Bravo identified. Climb via seat flight level 240.
Climb to help you first 0 and 9 Charlie Bravo.
Athens radar, Kalispera, Osprey 307 Alpha Super, A380, flight level 390 Pindo.
Osprey 307 Alpha Super Athens, good afternoon, identified. Fly direct Xorki, the arrival is Xorki 1 Quebec, runway 03 right.
Good afternoon, direct Zorki 1 Quebec, 03 right, Osprey 307 Alpha. Direct. Zorki. Direct 2. Wash. It's a tiny little turn.
Bravo, hello, continue approach.
We can see here, brake to exit 03 right, Delta 9 is ready to go. ILS 03 right, X-rays ready to go. Yeah, that's what you can expect on the radio now, Justin, so I'll put it in the chat.
Athena Kalispera, Dino 284 heavy out of flight level 264, descending flight level 160 to reach 08 altitude.
Dino 284, Athens, hello, identified, descent flight level 120, expect ILS Zulu approach, runway 2.
Dino 284 descending flight level 120
There you go.
and ILS Zulu, runway 24.
Perfect, 20 Delta, good day, it's call for information on something about this number.
Zulu Delta,
Well, actually,
hello, Ted Nuremberg, runway 34, departure,
performance.
Foxtrot, climb via seat, flight level 80.
Good, so that's all in there. I thought because we just changed the approach slightly, didn't we, to the ILS X-ray. I just wanted to make sure this hadn't reset itself. We are good.
Zulu Delta, squawk 3716.
There's the beast.
Squawk 3716, thank you so much. Requesting to Zulu Delta.
Zulu Delta, we check.
Let's do some more flybys. There we go, it's boring.
87 Hotel Golf, hello, no
Click
flight
it again, go from another angle. Bosh.
Dino 284, flight direct to waypoint.
That's the size of it.
Delta, uniform Charlie Charlie Oscar.
Oh, yes.
Area 3 kilo identified, climb VSID, flight level 240, out of flight level 90, flight direct.
Right, back into the flight deck.
Climb ventured up to flight level 240 and when passing flight level 90, direct Yankee November, Travis again.
Taking a negative, Yankee November.
Apologies, Yankee November, passing 90, Travis again.
Dino 069, flight direct Alpha Victor 464, descent flight level 100.
So we've got now Tower 118625 will be next. Let's get that tuned in.
Hello, calling back. Break Tom 6
Let's get that committed in the box.
70 degrees, 13 knots, runway 24.
Then down here.
604, Calspera identified, climb via seat, flight level 170. Dino 773, hello, identified, climb flight level 390. Mazda 6287, Athens, hello, new squawk 3467. And there are 9 flight
down, left hand, 3
9 Charlie Bravo, fly direct over.
Oh, there's no
Direct over, 907.
final approach plates. Oh, is it slightly different, isn't it? Oops,
Coming
hitting the
Echo,
whole thing.
which runway would you prefer? Set wind calm.
Cool.
7 Yankee Echo, clear
Let's leave that on the screen.
32 departure, Roxa, 1 Tango, climb via seat, flight level 100, squawk 2005.
A little bit of high level cloud.
7 Yankee Echo, respecting. ATM 608, up.
Hello, Athens. ATM 608. We called you 10 times.
Oh,
608, hello, identified, climb flight level 320, fly direct initially to Dimi.
320 direct Dimi.
it's a very impatient pilot.
340 inbound speed up.
Hello, EGA 7 Juliet Whiskey, Athens radar identified, descent flight level 250, fly direct Mallet.
Surround to start 240 and direct Mallet for DC 87 Juliet.
EGA 7 Juliet Whiskey, correct, the arrival Mallet 1 Delta, we are approach runway 24 plus Delta.
He is busy. So, if you've never flown into this park before, when it's busy, it gets very busy. So this guy that we're listening to at the minute is controlling everything that's highlighted green here, so all of the Greek islands, and for a lot of them, everything from the ground all the way up to like our cruising altitude, and everything in between. So, quite intense. Departures, arrivals, the whole lot. So when you land onto a Greek island, after landing usually it's like, welcome to Skiathos, taxi to standard choice, g'day. You'll hear quite a generic kind of message on after landing from them, just so that they can like, right, you taxi to your own bay wherever you want, so they can then focus on everything else in the airspace going on. Hellenic VATSIM are usually some amazing controllers.
Cloud 550 identified for sequencing descent flight level 350.
Down 350 on bay 5.
Dino 069, descent out to 3,000 feet unrestricted, QNH 1015.
Yeah, 100% Justin.
ATM 624, climb flight level 360.
Climb 360.
So I'll ask for top of descent clearance soon, but they usually are so proactive, they're usually on it already anyway.
Advisory 122, that's what I thank you, bye bye, and have a nice day.
Hello, LL 5063, Athens identified, expect RFP approach 27 in action. Ναι, σας είπα και προηγουμένως, δεν ξέρω αν ακούσατε, έχετε destination Larnaca στο σχέδιο. Πού πάτε ακριβώς?
Είναι η προηγούμενη που έκανα εδώ στο σχέδιο. Πρέπει να σε γράφει.
Θέλετε κατεβείτε στο 540.
Για το 540.
Kirky, thanks buddy. Upgraded to silver.
Davia 3 kilo, climb flight level 360.
30 miles to top descent. Just keeping an eye on that needle.
Hello, Spirit 663, clear Heathrow, runway 16, Hostess to hotel departure, climb VSID level 100, squawk 6625.
I've got to remember, we're in a big jet.
110,
We're in a super jumbo, so that I don't flare too late. All too early.
Athens level 3 Tango, inbound, loop flight level 39.
Level 3 Romeo Tango, hello, squawk 1425.
Squawk 1425, level 3 for Tango.
Easy 87 Whiskey, descent flight level 90.
Hey! Justin, very generous of you, mate. Appreciate that. It's gifted a channel membership to one of you watching today, and it's gone to Let's Fly Guy. So, the next month, mate, you've got a channel membership courtesy of Justin. Appreciate that.
GN 608, hello.
GN 608, we repeat climb to 160.
That is correct. You're now clear of traffic. You can continue climb flight level 3.
I'm going to ask for descent once that needle hits 10 miles, I think.
Athena Condor 853, which is Buffalo 330, and Tango Sierra Lima.
Hello, Condor 853, Athens, new squawk 7441.
Squawk 7441, Condor 853.
663, push and start approved, facing north.
George, just a little bit on the cost axis.
Ed, it's pretty heavy, mate. We are in cruise now, and 48, 50 frames per second with frame gen on as a kind of standard. VRAM is at 64%, so it's about, but then my sim sits at that anyway, 15.5 to 16 gigabytes of the 24 gig of VRAM that I've got. Ah, Christ.
Operate 307 Alpha, descent flight level 330. Osprey 598, descent flight level 330.
Osprey 598, descending 330.
Osprey 598, negative, was not for you. Osprey 307 Alpha.
Go again, apologies.
Osprey 307 Alpha, descent flight level 330.
Descent level 3303, Osprey 307 Alpha. I thought he was calling up someone else.
Osprey 598, request descent.
It's because Michael asked for descent, so I kind of just I ignored the call sign bit. Silly me.
170, Osprey 598.
There we go.
Hello, 348, thank you. Descent flight level 130, flight direct Gonzo.
Descending flight level 130, 370 against Gonzo, flight 340.
Get by 1078, ready for push and start.
Get by 1078, push and start approved, facing south.
Yeah, she's got a slow feeder, slow eater bowl, slow down bowl. She doesn't really need it though. Like this morning, I put it in a normal metal bowl that she's got, and it's all fine. It depends on how hungry she is.
1 Alpha, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Down to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, Osprey 111 Alpha.
Hello, Canadavia.
1015.
Malta 6287, firm, climb flight level 370.
Sort them out.
Canadavia 2605, squawk 1450, hello.
Murray, so you can have a managed descent if you wish, but we're now being stepped down by air traffic control. Depends how steep your descent becomes as well, right? Because we're getting close to 330, look. So I'm just going to ask the aircraft now in vertical speed mode to calm down the descent a bit. Brian, welcome buddy. Sky Vagrant, welcome. Good afternoon. Just made the same flight with the MD-11. Good to see the 380 in action. Good to have you with us. Hope you're having a good weekend.
Air Travel 26 Delta Athens, good afternoon, squawk 6450.
6450.
Hot Star, 330.
9 at wait 4, expect lower 20 miles.
Sorry, hey again for that, 34.
9 at wait 4, expect lower 20 miles.
He's getting overworked now.
Osprey 550, the arrival is Nemes 1 Quebec, ILS X-ray, runway 039. Fly direct to Nemes.
Who's giving someone a different approach?
Direct Nemes, Osprey 550, sorry, I lost the for that.
87 Juliet Whiskey, descent altitude 4,000 feet, turnage up till 1015, cleared to your approach runway 24.
Christ, we're going to be coming in high.
About the 4,000 feet, Senior 1015, cleared to approach number 24, if 87 Juliet Whiskey.
14134, advisory 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
122 decimal 8, thank you for the ATC, good service sir.
Osprey 111 Alpha, terminal getting 0600 degrees, cleared ILS X-ray 039.
Left 060 and we're cleared to the ILS X-ray 403 right, Osprey 111 Alpha.
Osprey 307 Alpha, descent flight level 110.
Descend level 110, Osprey 307 Alpha. Right, belts on.
63, taxi via Alpha 3 enter backtrack line up runway 10.
Brake to vacate's blue and armed, we've preset that, ready to go. Just going to let the aircraft settle into a descent, now an open descent to try and get the profile back.
Short Alpha 3 in the runway, is arriving now 5 miles out. Tanzania 5411. Flight 330 Zulu.
So it wants 3,000 feet per minute to get back on profile. With 5,700 feet above our VNAV profile there. Jeepers. Right, let's get speed brake out.
Connect 7 Yankee Echo, stand by.
Little bit of speed brake.
Connect 7 Yankee Echo, if you're able to depart next 5 minutes, correction, next 10 minutes, it is approved.
Working our way down. Quite a high workload at the moment. I'm going to pause the music as well. Well, the A350 is a more complete product, Sky Vagrant, but this is great fun. And let's face it, it's so unique as well, isn't it, as an aircraft, the A380.
Skyby 1078 via Alpha 1 enter backtrack line up runway 34.
Yeah, the one is up back at the last because Skyby 107.
It is, Murray, yeah, it can be. I mean, look at this now, we've got speed brake extended, 3,500 feet per minute, and we're slippy.
Greg Center, GN601, maintaining flight level 330.
Hello, GN601, Athens identified.
Good day, we've got that Papa Golf, flight level 250.
Delta 6 Papa Golf, Athens, good afternoon, identified.
245. Zoom on it again.
5908, descent flight level 110.
Descending 110, Osprey 598 ahead.
Yeah, very curious about the Indibuilt A380.
59710, go identified, fly direct to Latam, climb now, flight level 400.
See our speed brake position there, look. That is the furthest that we've got we can extend it to.
Transavia 2605, verify squawking 1450. Transavia 2605, thank you. Expect Sopri 2 Whiskey arrival, VOR approach runway 11 left.
Okay, landing checklists are ready.
Thank you. Descent line level 150. The arrival is over 1 bike. RMP 3.
Do we have any speed constraints at Sorky? No. That's a good job, isn't it? Because we're coming in hot. Oh, actually, our minimums as well need to be changed. Performance page. It's going to be 792. Okay.
Dino 284, descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1012, cleared pilot Zulu, runway 24, the waypoint
284 descending 6,000 feet, QNH 1012, cleared pilot Zulu, approach runway 24 via Echo.
Larger than Charles Saga, yeah. Trying to slow this bloody thing down, that's the problem now.
LY 348, negative QNH 1016, descent 3,000, cleared RMP 27.
Roger, cleared. RMP 27, descending 3,000 feet, QNH 1016.
Ionis, custom on, Kalispera.
Osprey 307 Alpha, descent altitude
Only
4,000 feet, QNH Athens 1015.
74,000 QNH 1015, Osprey 307 Alpha. Yeah, I'm 2,800 feet above profile.
26 Zulu Delta, advisory 128, bye bye.
So I'm going to go approach mode early. And I'm going to chase green dot.
Speed on discretion, contact tower 118, decimal 625, bye bye. Tower 118.
And this is where we have the hook. So we've got speed brake fully extended. God, this is busy. The Zorky 1 Quebec is compressed at the best of times.
With Malta 6287, fly direct Xabis, the arrival is Xabis 1 Alpha, RMP 27. CZ87 Juliet Whiskey, runway 24, clear to land, the wind 270 please, 10.
Runway 24, EasyJet 87 Juliet Whiskey.
Aegean 601, fly direct Xorky, arrival Xorky 1 Quebec, runway 03.
Okay, speed check flat 1. We get more lift, but we also get more drag. That's going to massively help us resume quite a steep descent.
Aegean 601 A firm, direct Xorky, the arrival Xorky 1 Quebec, runway 039.
Sort my headset out.
Runway 03 right for Aegean 601, thank you.
Transavia 2605, when ready, descent flight level 130.
QNH 1016, but transition at 10,000, which we'll go through in a second.
663, runway 16, clear to take off, wind calm.
And center, just double
We're winning the energy battle here.
601, was that descent or maintaining altitude? 330.
Gen 601, maintain level 330 for time being, call you back for descent in about 440 miles.
Global Shipping AI,
601, thank you.
down below, giving us all these amazing ships. Let's just go to local pressure now. High to low, down you go. But it's the opposite way, so actually only about 60 feet above standard. That's all good. Probably put the logo light onto automatic. Okay, speed 215.
849, descent and flight level 39 after initially due to crossing traffic. Guided by 1078, identified.
All of these are animated, these ships. Sailing back. Let's get my seats set up, ready to go. Right. Missed approach, climb on course 032 to Athens 445, then 447. Return to the K of AOR, climb 5000 and hold, max 210 until inbound Athens 447. Make sure we've got pre-tune 118525, was that 625? Yeah, 11865, good.
Number 663 identified, climb BSAD, flight level 240. The red 663 climb flight level 240. Osprey 307 Alpha, turn left heading 070 degrees, descend 3000, clear dialer 6339.
Left 070, descend 3000, cleared ILS X-ray 03 right, Osprey 307 Alpha. Set. Okay. Yeah, we've won the energy battle.
Identified, descent 4000, clear your approach, runway 16, H1015.
It's given us a bit of a compressed shortcut on approach. And we're bang on 220 near enough for Alpha Victor 464, which is what we're just crossing now.
Osprey 598, descent altitude 7000 feet, the QNH Athens 1015.
Descending 7000 feet, QNH 1015, Osprey 598 heavy.
Osprey 598 heavy, correct, turn right heading 150 degrees, vectoring ILS X-ray 03.
Turning 150 degrees, runway 03 right.
I think he's actually kind of given us Alpha Victor 441, hasn't he?
Paralympic 277 Athens identified, climb BSAD, flight level 160.
It's going to maintain 070. And we can go now to 800 feet per minute. Ground spoilers armed. Yeah, we've won the energy battle. Happy days. Look at these ships. Seafront Simulations Global Shipping AI vessels. They are amazing. Look at that. Cool, so where are we at? 6,000. Let's keep below the glide path, so let's keep to 1,200 feet per minute. LS.
Identified, when ready, descent flight level 250.
Ready descent 250, nada
Let's prep the
663.
The approach mode.
663, fly direct T-Gra, climb flight level 360.
Direct T-Gra, flight level 360.
So flaps really helped us, going flaps 1 early, just to kind of manage the energy.
907 Echo Quebec, Winnipeg identified, descent flight level 130, fly direct Varix, expect
As I said before, we had more lift, but we also get more drag by extending the flaps, so it just helps us kind of topple the power balance that we had between the speed of descent versus rate of descent, that energy that we had to try and deal with. And the aircraft's so vastly big, bigger than most. There's a serious issue with inertia. So you've got to be really far ahead of the jet. Coming up to this next bit, max 185. So I'm going to set speed 180.
4000 feet, QNH 1013, KIMP, runway 32, Beeline 1, Tango Echo.
And even then, doesn't really want to descend. So a bit more speed brake.
Osprey 307 Alpha, descend 2500 clear islands.
And we'll go to 1000 feet per minute.
Climb flight level 340.
Ooh, hello. Lights.
Olympic 277, climb flight level 340.
Forgot about that.
348 fully established, RNP 27.
Silver 348, thank you, Cleveland 27, wind 340.
It's that call sign, isn't it?
Cleveland 27, Silver 348.
849, descend off flight level 150.
Speed check 220.
John 601, when ready, descend flight level 170.
What was he saying, David? I couldn't hear.
0 when ready, Zone 601, thank you.
Osprey 307 Alpha, contact tower 118.625, bye-bye.
Contact tower 18625. Thanks to the ATC. Have a great afternoon, Osprey 307 Alpha. Bye.
Likewise, bye-bye. Osprey 598, expect lower in
5, Osprey 111 Alpha, thank you.
Tower, that's 180. That's all good. 800 feet per minute. Approach 070 2500 Lockstar, turning. Athens Tower, good afternoon. Osprey 07 Alpha Super is established. ILS X-ray 03 right to land 8 miles.
2500. 2500.
Kalispera 30 right cleared land. Osprey 307 Alpha Super. Get out 160. It's a big shortcut on approach there for us. Ground spoilers are armed. Speed checked. Full flaps. Autopilot 2. Make sure we set 3 on the mist. And 6 miles to go. Let's just get configured for our final approach speeds. Cabin secure. Checklist is complete. Let's get rid. Brake to vacate is armed and blue. All happy with all of that. That looks good. Okay, settled in. And we are cleared to land. How's that for a shortcut team? There she is, Big Bertha. Bit stuttery. Just getting
1,
there. So at 1000 feet, you notice TCAS always goes to TA only.
1000.
We've got 5 knot crosswind. I have control. Let's hand fly it in.
1000.
Ground speed of 138 knots. No, don't do that to me. There's GFX. Look at those effects, are amazing. Wait, ooh, that's super oversensitive. That was the tiniest of movements on the stick then.
$100 above.
Okay, we're back stable, thankfully, just before minimum. Bumpy winds.
Minimum.
This gets any more unstable, we might have to just go around.
Good afternoon, Nathan 325.
Wow. This is gusty conditions. It's backing and veering and gusty. have some issues with frames per second. I'm happy with our profile and our picture. I know we've got 4 reds, but I'm disregarding that.
50.
There we go.
40. 30. 20.
Holding
10,
it off.
5.
Touchdown. Brake to vacate screen. Decelerating for 03 right, Delta 9.
Tower Osprey 111
80
Alpha,
knots.
request stand Alpha 30.
60 knots.
Many thanks.
Versus away. Manual brakes.
Target Spirit 682 with information Charlie, request IFR clearance to...
Well, that's the madness. So our VRAM is at 70%. That's the only high statistic. CPU's at 33%, GPU's at 49%, RAM is at 54%, VRAM at 70%. My frames per second are at 40 with frame generation on. There's the stats for you. But even like, look at the stutteriness.
Yes, sir.
Left Delta Osprey 307 Alpha. Look at that. Got a big bertha down.
Agent 325 is clear to Diagoras, runway 3 left via NKS 1.
I'd love to know your settings, Sky Vagrant.
And squawk 7454. Agent 325, correct.
Strobe lights off.
Aaron 741 Juliet, wind variable for non-Bravo 03 left, clear for takeoff.
Let's go VOR, straights off.
Runway 03 left, and on 741 Juliet.
Let's clear that. And we'll just get to a rolling speed. Surveillance. TARA standby. Right, we'll leave that on like so.
Agent 628. Agent 682.
Agent 682, go ahead.
Agent 682 information Charlie car and chart approved. Clear to destination. Current +1 hotel departure runway 03 left. Climb base AD 7,000 feet. Squawk 5537.
Brian's done 2 reinstalls to Nova since during the beta and it's fine.
Following a record of 1 hotel departure 03 left in Climb 7,000. Squawk 5537.
Agent 682 clear correct.
Looks great, doesn't it? Look at that. Absolute beast. It's been a really enjoyable, what, 4 hours? Hope you guys have enjoyed watching it as well. Sims GFX looking amazing on the A380 as well. APU is available. He's told me taxi left Delta. Shall I just carry on all the way down Delta to get to the bottom? New GSX update, so you get these big folders now. I think Alpha 5 might accommodate us.
Airline 741 Juliet identified 1,300 feet. Contact Athena radar 132, correction 129.675. Bye.
Contact radar on 129.675, air knots 741.
Where have we got?
Thanks to the great ATC.
Hey,
Osprey 07 Alpha, continue Delta, Delta 5, Echo, Gate Alpha 09.
Continue Delta, Delta 5 Echo, stand Alpha 09 and Osprey 307 Alpha Heavy. Super rather. Ruh. Delta 8. What? Oh, Delta 5. It's Delta 6. So yeah, Delta 5. Echo Alpha 9.
Easy 901 Alpha Zulu standby.
Tower, Carlsberg, Osprey Fahrenheit on final runway 03 right.
Oh, you customise the route as well.
Clear to land, Osprey 598 heavy.
To wait for the old Kimi Raikkonen car to arrive. And being super slow means that we can try and catch MPS's landing as well. 1 minute for ETA for the follow me car.
Easy 901 Alpha Zulu. Go ahead. Easy 901 Alpha Zulu. Easy 901 Alpha Zulu for the start. The car is startup approved. Clear to destination. Kilo Oscar Romeo 1 hotel departure runway 03 left. Climb base 87,000 feet. Scope 2005.
There it comes. Hey, there's Ian from Manchester.
One hotel departure, runway 3 left, initial climb 7,000 feet, squawk 20.
Skirt.
901 Alpha Zulu, clear and correct.
Let's go. Jesus. Brake checking me.
Request push and start.
And it's already going a stupid way. See ya.
Facing west, 325.
We're not following him. He doesn't know where he's going. I think Alpha 9 is literally right in front of us, isn't it? Delta 5, Echo Alpha. Yes, we've got to go left here. QE, follow A380. Looking good. Alpha 7. Taxi lights off. Alpha 9. The size of this aeroplane. Jeepers. Ah, it's not going to be a good shot, is it? What about this one? See, look at that, I've turned in a bit too early. You've got to really overshoot. It's a bit better. Whoa, forgot that, it's got the tiller. Schufferneck. Let's just pause here real quick because MPS is about to touch down. Let's go to this one actually. Here he comes. Good effort. What a great touchdown. Lovely job. Okie dokie. Right. Let's get my binos on. Throttles are idle. Covering the toe brakes. Because it wants to roll.
Osprey 598, taxi left Delta, Delta 4, Echo, gate Alpha 13.
Taxi Delta, Delta 4, left, repeat, left.
Left Delta, Delta 4, Echo, gate Alpha 13.
Stop.
Left
Parking brake is set.
Delta 4, Echo,
Okie dokie. APU's on, bleeding, that's all good, happy days. Okay. Engines off. GSX. It's going to wait for the M1, isn't it, to be below like 1%. Oh, it just boosted to 4 all of a sudden. That's random. Request deboarding. That's the one. Beacon off. Seatbelt signs off. Strobes can completely come off. We are good. There goes the jetty. There we are. Who have we got on final next? I think we've got a few more still inbound, haven't we? Justin's on his way in. Osprey 550's on his way in. I think that's all of us once them touring. Cool, so while we're waiting and we deboard, let's check out New Sky and see how well we did with that touchdown. Oh yeah, I was going to say I'm not expecting a 10, but actually that's closer than I thought it would be. 9.68 offset line landing. Great touchdown in normal conditions. Quite the shortcut that we had to really compress and put us to the test. Because there's a lot of things to manage energy on of this aeroplane. But we managed to get it nice and stable.
Engine 325 request taxi.
And yeah, I'm happy with that. 1.18 G. Super pleased. And because we flew the scheduled service, Osprey 307 Alpha, we've now positioned an A380 at Athens for one of you to fly back to Heathrow on the Osprey 307 Bravo service. But look at that profit. We didn't even have, we had like a half load on. 276 passengers out of 469, and the cargo 60 units out of 120 units, $66,000 profit from the scheduled service. It's an absolute huge little bonanza. I don't think I captured that screenshot in good time then. Oh, I did. Happy days. There's MPS. Good effort, mate.
Etienne 325, taxi Kilo at Alpha, holding point Alpha 2.
Kilo Alpha, and eventually we're able Alpha 4.
Etienne 325, Alpha 4 approved.
Kilo Alpha, Alpha 4, Etienne 325, thank you.
There's a community cam for the nose wheel on chase plane for this. Is there? Let's have a look. How'd you find the... Is it in here? Can you just... Views. Got there's so many. And you can scroll down the views. Oh, so bugger, not in groups. There should be a search, really, shouldn't there? Hey, Dusty, welcome. Have you decided on a new van, mate?
Information Charlie correct, sir, approved. Clear to Stuttgart. Kilo Oscar Romeo 1 hotel departure, runway 03 left. Climb by 87,000 feet, scope 5520.
Tail cam, taxi cam nose. Ooh. That's very helpful, isn't it?
906, clearance correct.
So now we go back to here. Taxi cam nose. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go to drone cam. And we want to go forwards. I'll change the speed. MPS is parked up. Where's that touchdown zone? So when do you take delivery of it, Dusty? Is it brand new? I think drone camera rotation is going to have to be sped up for the touchdown. So we should have... Oh, no. They're going vectors are crazy here. Dusty's at 6,000. Wowzers. Yeah, they've got crazy vectors going on. By the looks of it, what we got, this DNO 454 has been vectored from Kea and then round in like with vectors by the looks of it, and then Justin's been sent south over the Saronic Gulf to be turned back round, but then you've got Jack as well on the way in, Osprey 550. But at the same time, you've also now got a Lufthansa that's... was he just disconnected? I think he has. Yeah, there was a Lufthansa inbound, but he's gone, so that's made things a bit easier, I think, at least. But the controller's trying to deal with these 3 aircraft at the same time. All flying into Athens. Basically using vectors to try and sequence everybody quite nicely. He's been given a real short final. DNO 454. Like a 3 mile final, potentially. Doing really short final. Oh my goodness. Super short.
Osprey from 8 on the block. Thank you for the service. Have a nice day, evening. Bye. Bye.
Good flying, MPS. Delta Tango, good morning to you from Wisconsin. We'll watch these 3 touchdowns. Ooh, very cool. That's not private plate, is it? It's not your private plate, is it? I'll show everyone on Discord on the channel if it's not. Philippines. Nice touchdown. Selects. I did think that. Look at this, Dirty 2's new camper van. Looks wicked. So what's in the back then? Because it's not much space. Do you have like a cooker and a shower thing in there, or is there no shower facility in it? I don't. Because I've seen like the big camper vans that have got like a little shower thing in the back and all the rest of it, but I've never looked inside these smaller ones. No, I realised the entire time I was chatting away, I forgot to put on the screen that touchdown. Yeah, you do have Elevatex up, sorry about that. Look how mighty the A380 looks in Athens. There's MPS in his 777. There's Ian from Manchester, flown in on the 111 Alpha schedule. So I think Justin should be next. Yeah, Justin's being given vectors in. Look at this now for some complex vectoring. It was good MPS. Very heavy on performance though, it seemed. How did you find it, Badger? It was definitely nice to be back in it, that's for sure. No bathroom in the camper van. We had one in the old one that we didn't use. It's like a standard style camper van with kitchen along one side, and what's called a rock and roll bed and bench seat that folds over into a bed. Roof pops up and has a bed in the roof. Wow.
Give way to the Dino A320 and Delta 7.
We will give way on the A320 on Delta 7.
I think I might need to look at re-optimizing my performance settings in the sim again to try and kind of scratch a few more frames back when I'm flying this sort of stuff. You did? How did you find the ATC? They're always good at around the Greek islands and the around the airspace. that California camper? Well, I suppose it's the new Transporter, isn't it? Which is basically based on a Ford Transit chassis, I think, isn't it, from what I understand? Is this what it looks like inside? With the, is that the roof that pops up?
03 right.
J601, report miles from threshold.
Look at this!
Currently 10 mile final for 601.
J601, roger, wind 120 degrees.
Open lock.
I
love the VW, they're so cool, those seats in the back.
Easy 901 Alpha Zulu, identified 2000 feet, contact Athena 1290675, bye bye.
Batteries, fresh water, timing. Where's the toilet? That's the other question, actually.
Osprey 550.
Osprey 550.
Osprey 550, report miles from threshold.
Apologies, Osprey 550 again.
Osprey 550, report miles from runway.
How many miles to touchdown?
Osprey 550, approximately 15 miles.
Osprey 550, roger, wind 120 degrees, 5 knots, 03 right, continue approach.
Is that that's the spinning seat, isn't it, that rotates round as well? Oh, that's the rock and roll bed. That's smart. I'd love to have one of those. I think the missus would like to have something like this. She's always spoke about getting a camper van, but 70 grand, jeez. Couldn't afford that. Not in a million years. The thing is, it's small enough to park as well, isn't it? That's the thing. Is it wet belt engine?
J682, request full spec.
God, they're cool. You can tell it's based on the Transit shared platform because of the lights. The Transits have got more of a standard cluster there. Anyway, Justin's on approach. Toilet's a porta potty that hides under the seat for emergency number ones at 3 AM when you've had one too many G&Ts the night before. Yeah. Ian, have a good one, mate. Thank you for flying along. Great timing as well, just getting in ahead of us. So actually, Ian was in the 737 as well, wasn't he? So, and he flew the scheduled service from Manchester. So if you're looking for something to fly this evening, and you're one of our Osprey Airways pilots, then you've got two aircraft now positioned. One A380 and one 737 waiting to fly back to their bases here at Athens with the scheduled service. Epic touchdown. Well, actually, you're lucky to get away with the threshold. Reversers are out. Just made it onto the runway. Paid for the runway, used the whole runway. Good effort. Nicely down. Now behind should be a mighty MD-11 chasing him.
Athens Tower, GN01, vacating runway through 03 right.
Good effort, Justin, well done. You've made it. A couple of G&Ts later.
039 for GN601.
J601 negative, Bravo 39.
Bravo 39, apologies, 601.
Osprey 550, wind 120 degrees 5 knots, runway 03 right, clear to land.
Let's land 03 right, Osprey.
There he is. In the MD-11. Wind's picked up as well. Last pilot in for the day. Big thank you to all of you, wherever you are in the world, for flying along, joining in, taking part in our flight today and our live stream. Big thank you to Justin for donating one of our channel memberships for a month as well. And Kirky upgrading to silver status frequent flyer. Oof, is he going to make it? He looks low. I think while I was talking about the other transit, I might have left the screen up by accident. Look at that, you can tell like the crosswind really beating the MD-11. Look at that. Oh. He's recovered it.
Athens Tower, just checking, what's that stand again for 601?
Jet 601, straight on kilo, stand Bravo 390.
Bravo 39, apologies.
Oh, it's a wing strike! Straight to maintenance. You spoke too soon, Dursity. Good effort, mate. That's well handled. Oh, he's off! How many G&Ts have you had? Good effort. There's some tricky conditions. You can hear the wind now whipping away. Where's that windsock gone as well? There's one here, I think. Where's it gone? There's a ruddy windsock somewhere. Oh, that's now disappeared. There we go. Whoop. You can see it right down the bottom whipping away. It's now like a full-on crosswind. So it makes it a bit spicy. And somebody's loaded inside of me. Of course they have. Of all the stands available on VATSIM, that's happened now twice in one stream. Check VATSIM radar, folks, before you load up. Anyway, they're oblivious. Thank you very much for watching wherever you are in the world and flying along. Great effort by everyone. Very enjoyable few hours back in the FlyByWire A380 X. Amazing bit of freeware available for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and 2020 as well from the folks at FlyByWire Simulations. So go check them out if you've not done so already. Go try it. This is the 4K development branch version if you want the specific one that I've got installed. And if you haven't checked out Osprey Airways yet, then do so. It's one of the best virtual airlines available in the sim. Full stop with some rather snazzy liveries, if we do say so ourselves. But in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for flying along. As always, enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you very much for watching.
Checklist page, cold rain, crosswinds, runway shivers and frozen haze. Push back, nose light, marshal waving us from the gate. Left turn, long night chasing sunrise ahead of our plane. We're Osprey Airways in the hole, carving circles in cloud brings the future in. We're Osprey Airways in the hole, carving circles in the sky. From Manchester down to Cape Town, sketch our map where contrails fly. Through sun above Mauritius, over towers lit at night. British Ave, geek screens all glow on another global flight. Real words, real community, in a sim-lit room. We land together in the flight sim world. We're Osprey Airways in the hole, carving circles in the sky. From Perth to Rio, chasing daylight as it dies. Through headwinds into Tokyo, over London washed in light. British Ave, geeks' voices rise on another perfect flight.